Okay, so this is part 2 of my earlier video. I wanted to show you guys what this grass looks like when it's not being broken down, when there's no impact, when it's not being cut or anything like that. This is actually a test pasture that Virginia Tech is using. It's been planted, and I don't think they plowed it first. There's just a lot of bare soil here, but let me just show you this. So this looks quite different from where we were back up on that hill in the distance. This pasture is in really bad shape. Just looking down, you can see how much weeds. The moss is a real indication of an acidic soil. This soil is really suffering. You can see these plants here were not cut, they weren't grazed or anything like that, and they're just going to stay like that. They're not going to break down unless something heavy comes and knocks it down, like an animal stepping on it, or a vehicle driving on it, or somebody cutting it with a mower, or heavy snowfall or something like that. It's going to stay like that. And the bad part about that is it's losing all of its ability to help regenerate the soil. And so the worms can't get to it when it's up in the air like this, and it's not doing any benefit. And so the animal impact is really important for helping this to break down and to get covering the soil, because it is really crying to me. I almost feel sad seeing this. But this is a test plot for Virginia Tech, like I said, and I don't know what exactly. It says something about climate monitoring. So I don't know if they're trying to prove rainfall or what, but in the summertime, this exposed soil is going to be so hot, and these little grasses that are struggling to try to come in are having a hard time. And unless they can get some, it'd be really nice if we could just get all that onto the ground. But anyway, that's what it looks like when it's not being stepped on or broken down. And as you can see, okay, down there near the tree line, there is a row where they have not ever, it hasn't been planted or anything. So that stuff has been there. Okay, all that stand of stuff is still standing there from last year, maybe the years before that. And eventually what happens if you leave it like that, then the succession is the weeds come in, grasses come in if they can, then you start getting brushy stuff, which you see there starting at the fence line, and eventually trees come in. And that's exactly what's happened along that fence line. So where they haven't tried to till or improve things, which I don't see this as an improvement, but those places where you can see the greater stands of dead material, it's just going to stay like that. So there aren't enough deer out here. There's a lot of deer out here, but there aren't enough deer out here to make enough of a difference. And they stay in pretty tight groups, and they're pretty spread out here. And so they tend to overgraze areas that are safer, closer to the woods, than kind of migrating across the pasture. So they're not quite as much of a benefit, and you won't see that much deer manure out here. So anyway, just another observation on grass, man. It's about grass. It all starts in the grass. It all starts in the soil. I love it. Talk to you later.